Perfect. All right, welcome in, everyone. My name is Coach Jeremy, and it is a fantastic Wednesday. Why? Because you're here, I'm here, and we're ready to work. It's Bootcamp. That's what I'm talking about. We've got a crazy one for you today. This was super inspired by the workout that I already performed earlier. So much so that I had to take a nap from that workout. Not trying to say that it's extremely intense or it's going to put you to sleep, um, but the focus that we have to get through it, absolutely, right? It's going to take a toll on us in a good way. We like that. So here's what we're going to do, y'all. We got a basic 5-part warm up as we normally do. We'll take a minute to go through each movement. And then we have 2 standard blocks where we'll possibly do a little bit of partner work or at least experiment it with it. So let's go through your warm up first. You have 5 different movements, as I mentioned before. Your first one is going to be a lateral squat and reach. So a lateral squat, difference between that and a lateral lunge, right, is going to be a side-to-side step pattern. On the squat, we're not going to step. On the lunge, we will. So keep the width and then hinge to one side. And I want you to reach opposite hand, opposite foot. So if it's going to my left, I'm going to reach with my right. Keep that head up, chest up as much as you can. Try not to round the back too much as you reach from side to side. Again, lateral squat, reach. Next, we're going to go and take into an overhead squat. So now let's narrow up our stance. Go to our regular squat position. Arms are overhead, biceps next to the ears, and then you just want to squat as low as you can, keeping that overhead position. Try not to let the arms drop or the chest drop as well. From there, we're going to take it to a squat to rotation. So these things are kind of building with each other. You're going to go ahead and sit at the bottom of that squat, probably after you finish that reach or that overhead squat, and then you go with some rotation. We've done these before. Again, looking to keep an eye or vision on the hand and arm as you rotate. And then eventually, we're going to take it to a walkout to squat. So from that squat position, I want you to walk your hands to a plank, and then you're going to go ahead and walk it back. Let me give you a lateral view because I just noticed that was a little out of the frame. So again, one more time, from your squat position, you walk your hands forward, find that solid plank, squeeze the butt, and then walk it all the way back into that squat. All right. Last one we're going to finish with is an in and out shuffle. So imagine we've got a little box here. We're going to go and take a step out and back in, out, in, out, in, out, in. You can lead with either foot. It really doesn't matter. You can also go as fast as you like, but this one's meant to get the heart rate up. All right, team, grab that water. Need a little sip. Let's go and get our timer set. And we're going to go ahead and start, again, a minute apiece with the lateral squat and reach. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Toes forward, feet wide. And again, reach. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Take your time. Stack the joints, as we like to mention. Remember, hip on top of the knee, on top of the ankle. Ground the foot just as if it's stuck in a block of cement. And again, big reach. It's one of Nala's favorite workouts that I've made. I know it. I can tell she's excited. You see the tail? It's wagging. 30 seconds down. We got 30 seconds until we take it to that overhead squat. Overhead squat. It's a humbling and revealing exercise. Perfect. As we reach that 45-second mark, let's start to take up the volume, frequency, speed a little bit here, side to side. But that overhead position takes away so much of what we can do from our squat position. Great way to find out, okay, what do we need to work on here? So let's go ahead and get to that squat position in 3, 2, 1, and let's start that overhead squat. So again, arms straight, trying to go thumbs back. And then sit as low as you can, keeping that squat technique as best as possible. Trying not to let the arms drop at all. Biceps, again, next to the ears. Take a breath before you come down. And the one thing that I notice that's different from when I do a regular arms by my side squat is that it's hard to, 1, get as low. Okay, so maybe my upper body, my spine has a lot to do with the way that I can get my full range of motion. But 2, I lose a little of my balance, my foundation at the very bottom of this squat. And maybe that has to go hand in hand with that range of motion that I'm missing at the very bottom. You got 15 seconds here. And then remember, we're going to go squat to T-spine or upper body rotation. So we'll stay at the bottom position. Let's come down slow. Take your time. Hold that bottom position. And let's go and switch in 3, 2, 1. Now elbows are inside. And again, we rotate, look up, reset. Breathe in every shape. Own every position. You don't have to rush through this, but as you feel more comfortable in these positions and in these shapes, start to take that speed, intensity, frequency, volume up. Awesome job, y'all. As we're going to our halfway mark, I get it. You got to rest the legs a little bit, shake it out. That's totally fine. If you want to find that different position, because we're going to be going into that walkout next, that's totally fine as well. I'm going to come back to that T-spine squat rotation. Now notice, team, look at my depth, right? This is about where I normally work, but I know that if I dump it down more, I'm going to start rounding out my back, right? So work with what my body's willing to give me. Let's go and take into that walkout to squat in 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands forward. Hands underneath chest and shoulders, feet hip width, squeeze the butt, belly pulled away from the ground. And then just slowly walk it back, stay low to the ground, and nestle back in to that squat position that we were just in, right? Walk it out again. Take your time. Define it with a breath. And then walk it all the way back. Just find that squat. Feeling really good on the hips, on the spine, helping our wrists get a little mobility as well. Feeling this one big time. My quads are on fire. Remember, we got one more move after this. We're going to bring up that cardio just a little bit with that in and out pattern. And we'll call it a lateral in and out. A little bit of an agility drill. 10 seconds. I'm going to hold the bottom position and squat just so my hips feel a little bit more love. And let's stand up, in and out, in 3, 2, and 1. Lateral in and out. Let's go. Leading with that right foot. Again, I'm going to pace myself here. Don't want to get too crazy. Going to give you a lateral view here. You can use your mat if you'd like, stepping in and out of the mat or off and on the mat itself. Now remember, I went right foot lead. I can take it now left foot lead, and it might change up the way it looks and the way it feels. There you go. Stay with it. Stay low. I like to call this my athletic position, right? Hips, knees, and ankles all bent. Belly is on. Arms are moving. Momentum is swinging, y'all. We officially have 20 seconds left until we shut this block down. Keep that in and out up. Let's go. You got less than 15, y'all. Now is the time to put on those afterburners, so let's go ahead and see a little bit more heat. That's right. Dump that gas onto that fire. There we go. Let it go quick. Let it go quick. And we shut it down in 3, 2, 1. Rest it up. All right. That is your warm-up. Catch your breath. Wow. I talk and lead you through our next block, which I have titled, You Go, I Go. So we're going to spend 7.5 minutes in partner work. Coach, how are we going to do partner work when it's just me by myself or when it's just you and I, right? Well, easy. We're going to work together, you and I, okay? So you're going to stay with me, which is going to require full attention on my end. But if you are working out with somebody else or know somebody, maybe next to you, family member, friend, whoever it may be, that's in the room, they're working out, perfect. You're going to work with them. So here's how we're going to do it. We have partner A. I'm going to call myself partner A. And then partner B, that's going to be you. Okay, now what we're going to do is spend 2 minutes on 2 exercises and go back and forth. Partner A, myself, for this example, we'll be doing a renegade row for a full 2 minutes, but you're only doing 10 reps at a time. Now, at the time that I'm doing those 10 repetitions of that renegade row, partner B, that's you, will be doing the pulse squat. So going up and down, not counting reps, you are just going until I say, hey, I am done, all right? Now, once that happens, once I finish my 10 reps, we switch. You do your partner position of the renegade row, 10 reps, and I do my pulse squat. So again, we'll go over the structure. Let me show you the movements first. Your first one here is going to be a renegade row. So push-up position. And even though we don't have any dumbbells, remember hands underneath chest and shoulders. Thank you, Nala. You're going to go and go feet hip width, but let's go a little wider now because you don't want the hips to rotate as you go full range of motion push-up, and then think row, elbow by your side, row, elbow by your side. If my stance was more narrow, I'd be rotating, I'd be shifting side to side, and that's typically what happens with a narrow foundation. So again, keep it wide. You can also go knees down, right? Remember, that's always an option, and I always prefer that if that means you're going to go full range of motion. 10 reps there. What is a rep? Every time you do a push-up, okay? You're going to go push-up, right arm, left arm. That's 1, okay? So that's partner A. I'll be doing 10 of those while you are going to be doing a pulse squat. Squat position, you get to a half squat, and you just pulse up and down until I finish my 10, okay? Now, if you're working on your own, right? Or possibly you're like, I don't know if he's working too fast for me. I just want to do this at my own pace. That's fine. Aim for 10 reps of that renegade row. Aim for 10 reps of that pull squat and just go back and forth until our 2-minute timer is up. Let me show you the other 4 exercises, team. The next one is going to be a reverse lunge to rotation. So feet hip width, you take that step back, make sure you go into the ball of your foot, you come all the way down, and then you're going to rotate towards the forward leg. Always should be the rule, is always towards the forward leg. So I'm going to go and step on up. You can continue on the same side or alternate. Again, it's up to you. You come straight down, knee is still off the ground, rotate towards the forward knee, and then you step back up, reverse lunge with rotation. We're going to pair that up with a plank cross knee drive. Now remember, I'm using my fist here. Wrist is bugging me just a little bit. So feet hip width, you're going to take that knee right to left elbow, and then left knee to right elbow. Take your time with this one. Again, holding the position is tough enough in itself. Last one, last little grouping for the you go, I go is going to be a sit-up rotation. So heels down, belly is on. We're going to keep our hands light next to the ears, not pulling on the head itself. I want you to do a full sit up here and then rotate opposite knee, opposite elbow. Do they need to touch? Absolutely not, but you're aiming to keep the elbows wide. That way you're forcing yourself to rotate further instead of when you go narrow, you're going to keep it small. All right, now we're going to pair that up with a hollow rock. So that's partner B. You're just going to go forward and back once you've created the hollow body position. Remember, belly is on, stay stiff. All right, let's grab a little bit of water and let's talk about the structure again before we go into it. I don't want you to remember everything. I want you to think about it in groups of 3, right? We have our timer, we have our 2 exercises. There's our 3, and we have 3 rounds of this stuff. So first group, renegade row, that's where I'll start. You're going to be in the pull squat. When I finish my 10, I'm going to say, hey, it's your turn, and then you will go ahead and finish your 10 renegade rows. All right, let's go and get to it. Here we go. Timer's on. Again, 2 minutes is all we need. We're going to get set up. I got 10 reps to work through in 3, 2, 1. Renegade rows for me. Let's go. You guys are pull squatting right now. Elbow by your side. Even though we don't have any weight, keep the hips centered and square to the ground. I'm halfway. That's 5. Last one. Good to communicate with your partner as well. Perfect. There's my 10. All right, so time for you to set up into your renegade row while I work the pull squat. Now, lucky for me, I saw a timer. Roughly going to take you probably anywhere between 30 to 40 seconds. Take your time. It's okay. We should begin right now. Toes are stuck to the ground in my regular squat position. And I'm going to run this timer for the same amount of time that I worked in hopes that my partner, that's you, is finishing the renegade rows around the same time I am. Blake, special shout out if you're doing this one. I want to see what we can do if we can get this one in person together sometime. It should be fun. All right, you got 5 seconds here, and then I'm switching back. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Okay, I'm back as partner A on the renegade row. You're on the pull squat, showing you the regressions. Remember, knees, they got to be wider too. You're going to go and come down, full range of motion push up, and then focus on that anchor of one arm on the ground, the other elbow retracting that shoulder blade to your spine. Again, row, row, back down, push up, full range of motion. $15 seconds. Last few reps, huh? 5, 3, 2, 1. Bam, there it is. All right, sweet. So again, obviously your partner kind of dictates the pace that you work at, which is totally fine. The idea is though, is that we are constantly working on something, and it shouldn't matter what it is that we're working on, as long as we're putting our best foot forward with that exercise. All right, we're gonna start up at about 10. We're going reverse lunge with rotation, 10 total reps. Plank cross knee drive is the partner B exercise. All right, here we go. Let's take it up. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge rotation. Let's go. I'm just imagining I'm holding on to something here, and it's helping me create a little stiffness in my upper body. It's helping me achieve a better rotation And again, all you're looking to do is keep your vision right there, center and square with your chest. Big step, knee stays above the ground. I got a few more here. And switch. Awesome job, y'all. Okay, plank, cross, knee drive. Let's go and bring that up. C is in my room if you guys want to drop off, hand me up there. All right, so remember, fists underneath chest and shoulder, right knee to left elbow. I'm gonna go and take it for the same amount of time that it took me to finish this, which is gonna be about 30 seconds. Unless you're working with me. Stay with me, partner, let's go. 15. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. I am back to that reverse lunge with rotation. I'll give you a different view and a regression, right? So on the regression, the best way to work with a lunge is just to not go as deep, right? So I'm going to give you that lateral view. Remember, step back. Maybe you come down this far. That's fine. But look at the shape that we're creating with the rest of our body. Shoulders are back, right? We're not rounding out, keeping this foot flat and engaged. And remember, rotation can still occur, and you can even change the range of motion on that as well. My friends, you've got 45 seconds until we see some recovery. Let's go ahead and finish on my own about 5 more repetitions of this reverse lunge. Let's go. Ooh, find some balance. And if you're having trouble with balance, I would tell you to look at your stance. 30 seconds. Switch it, partner. $15 seconds. Work on this one to the end, even if you hit your rep count. 5, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, y'all. 2 down. You got 1 more to go. We're going to go sit up with rotation, 10 total reps. And remember, hollow rock. Hollow rock is the exercise that you're going to be doing as partner B. Okay? 15 seconds till we get started. Everybody on your back. All right, y'all. We're going to start up and officially 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Awesome job, y'all. Aim for that rotation. Keep those elbows wide. Bring that knee in. Drive across the body, much like we did in the previous exercise. I got 2 more reps here, partner B, and then we switch. And switch it, partner B. That's you. Checking for my timer here. Don't worry, I'm not slacking off. I got y'all. All right, we're in that hollow rock. It took me, for those sit-ups, close to 45 seconds. So I know, partner B, you can't let me know, right, what you're working on or what reps you're at. If you're working with somebody else, remember, communicate with them. But if you're working like I am and using that timer to help you out and switch, just again, mimic the amount of time it took you to do the partner A workout or exercise, right? That sit-up with rotation took me about 40, 45 seconds. I'm gonna go and work here for another 10 or 15 or so, and then we switch back. 3, 2, 1. Partner, hopefully you're done because we're switching. I'm going back. We got 30 seconds left in this one, y'all. Less than 10 seconds till we shut this block down. Finish it stronger than you started. And we finish off in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Shut it down. Nice job, y'all. All right, grab a little bit of water. I explained our last block, but that was our you go, I go. Not the best term, or I should say environment for a partner workout, but we make do with what we got. So last one's only going to take us, let's just say 2 minutes total. All right. Now I'm going to give you a short 30 seconds to work on one limb at a time. We're going to work from our bear pose. And this around the world workout is we're just going to go around our limbs and see if we can lift them off without our body having to move too much. So let's take a look at, see what it looks like. We're going to go and take it. Remember, bear position is going to be a 4-point quadruped. Hands underneath chest and shoulders, knees are underneath hips, and toes are going to be down because then you elevate the knees off the ground. So again, one more time, you can see, watch this region. I'm going to press into my feet, and now I'm in a bear pose. So you'll get 30 seconds to work on one limb, whether it's your right arm, right leg, left arm, left leg, but you're going to try to elevate it off the ground. The goal here is to see if you can do 3 straight without having to rest. Now, whether you get that done or not is fine, but I want you to practice for those 30 seconds, and then we'll just go around to the other limbs that we haven't worked on. All right, y'all, let me show you one more time what that looks like. Bear position, off, right? And making sure the body isn't moving too much as you do so. If you need to, you can keep the knees down. It won't be as difficult, but then I want you to reach further in your range of motion. Instead of a quick off of the ground, I want you to take that full extension. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and work. Starting up with our timer. Again, just like your hands come off the ground, your feet will come off the ground. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's start right hand. Trying to stay more stiff, pulling my belly towards my spine, trying not to let my body move at all. Remember, if you need to, knees are down, you're still creating tension here, pulling the belly away from the ground, but then again, elevating the arm and reaching for as much as we can. Not really a goal of ours at this point to create something unbroken, but if we're working here, let's see if we can get 3 done without having to rest. Let's switch left hand in 3, 2, 1. I got to switch up my wrist position as well, y'all. Let's go. $15 seconds, that's halfway. Notice how quick I'm doing it. If you wanted to take it a little bit slower, right, that would up the difficulty and the intensity. Let's go left foot in 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me if you want to see what it looks like. Notice, nothing big, just a quick lift off. But I'm noticing now, what do my hips feel like when I do that? What does my balance feel like when I do that? And which way do I shift, if I do at all? And again, those are the things that I'm trying to master and solidify as I aim for 3 unbroken without my body moving at all. That one felt good. 5 seconds, last limb. We're going to take it. 3, 2, 1, right leg. Let's go. Oh, I think this is the best one I've got. I feel very sturdy everywhere else. I feel like not a single body part is moving aside from that right leg. You have 15 seconds, Samsung. Let's go. Finish this one stronger than you started. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. We shut it down in 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. Around the world block. Officially done. We are now onto our cool down, our shut down, our stretch out. And we are officially done with your Wednesday boot camp class. Nice job, y'all. Let's go ahead and take it to a stand. We've been on the ground for a while. So, take a couple of breaths. Let your body just start to dissipate that stress. Shutting it all down. Let's go ahead and just start. Toes, wiggle them. Okay. Now let's bend the knees a little bit, side to side. Move the hips side to side, maybe in a circle. Do the same thing with the shoulders. Head and neck, wiggle the fingers, move the wrists, bend at the elbow. Nice and light, really no type of structure movement, which is perfect. Okay, now let's go ahead and take it into a big step forward. So we're gonna go left foot forward, right foot back, okay? But I want that right foot, that right heel to stay down. And what you're gonna do is try and translate your body forward with the heel staying down. What do you feel? Achilles, calf structure in that foot. Make sure the toes are forward. Make sure you're pushing your body forward, but the heel stays down. Remember, that is the way to achieve the tension that we're looking for in the posterior side or back side of our lower leg. A couple of deep breaths while we're here. add in a reach if you'd like, either to the other side or maybe behind you. That forward foot is really helping with stability and balance, but now I've kind of nestled into a great stretch. And I'm just going to own this, right? Again, once you found it, why try to escape out of it so quickly? Into the nose, out through your mouth. Awesome. There we go. That was a great stretch. Love that. And I'm saying that because my calves are really tight. So to me, I'm feeling a massive stretch. So I'm like, oh, that's good. Now remember, just because you don't feel it so much doesn't mean it's not working, right? Let's go left foot back now. Same position, toes forward. And start behind you, heel is down. Slowly translate the body forward. And just feel the tension build up in that lower leg. And then remember, add that stretch if you like. And here's another thing that I'm noticing. When static stretching, right now in this instance, this is static stretching, is that the intensity of my stretch is very minimal once I found the position. But as I've nestled into it and I'm kind of lived in this shape for a little bit, stretch is intensifying. Now, why is that? Am I not realizing as my body's going forward? Maybe that's a little bit of it. Or maybe I'm just allowing that tissue to just build under tension, right? And stretch under tension. And that's why you're feeling maybe an increase of feeling. Big breaths here. Nice job, y'all. Let's go to a hip hinge. Let's get a little bit more of that posterior chain. So I'm going to show you a little 45-degree angle, feet or hip width. I want you to push your butt back, drop the chest while keeping the back flat. So we get all movement from the hips. Awesome. Once we're here, let's go thumbs up, arms straight. What does this remind you of? Overhead squat that we did earlier. And then I want you to just go ahead and pull the elbows down as far as you can. So now we're getting all of our posterior muscles, pulling back on the upper body, hinging in the lower body. Feet are stuck to the ground. Take a few breaths before we in this position. Good. One more breath. Slowly release and shake it out. Awesome job, y'all. Thank you so much. My name is Coach Jeremy. This has been your Wednesday night boot camp. Hope you had fun with this one. Trying to integrate some new concepts for you. As always, let us know. Hey, love the you go, I go. Hey, coach, the you go, I go didn't really work. The partner stuff was kind of crazy. Again, you let us know. We're going to make those adjustments, but we're here for you always, always, always. We'll see you next time. No Gear Get Up tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Have a great night, y'all.